always look for the helpers.
Carrie here from Healing Humanity, the power of a proper human diet. I was just watching the news and I heard that former President Trump was shot. It sounds like he's okay, but he's bleeding and was grazed. I wanted to do a video on this from this perspective of healing humanity. I hope and I pray that everyone's okay. This isn't political in any way. I don't do politics myself. I don't do politics at all. I believe that until I have become a perfect version of myself, I have no reason to try to worry about global politics. I believe that people that are interested in politics has turned into a tribe. It's a team sport. It's a this versus them, us versus them, black versus white. Are you on my team? Are you not on my team? Do you go with everything? And I don't support that. And I believe it's a waste of time. I believe that if we want to change the world, we change ourselves. We make ourselves the best people we can. This is horrible news. I hope people don't politicize this and say, well, this or that or the other thing. This man was shot, and I'm hoping and praying. I haven't heard on the news. The only thing I've heard is about former President Trump, but my goodness, there was a huge wall of people behind him. So hopefully nobody else was shot or hurt. Hopefully the former president will be okay. Hopefully children and people that are watching this violence all over the world will be okay, because unfortunately, I think we're becoming numb to it because we see it so much. How does this tie into healing humanity or eating a proper human diet? Some people are going to get mad at me, but I have to speak the truth, the unfiltered truth as I see it. And what is happening here? This is a shooting. Where else are we seeing shootings? Way too often and very disturbingly. We see school shootings. We see shootings at concerts, shootings at malls, former presidents that have been shot at or attempted to be assassinated. And in almost every single one of those cases, there's a common thread, a common theme. The news will talk about it for a while and they'll politicize it. They'll say, oh, we got to ban weapons. We got to do this. We got to do that. But they never address the root cause of the problem. The people that are doing these shootings have mental health issues. How do we address the mental health issues? Well, people aren't going to like to hear this, but I'm going to speak the truth. I had mental health issues. I had depression, anxiety, I had insomnia, and all of my mental health issues, the root cause of was my nutrition. It was the food I was eating. And when I started eating a proper human diet, it fixed my nutrition. Is that going to help for this person shooting? No. Of course, this is already done. But what about the next shooting and the next shooting and the next shooting? And you see it on the news and you see it over and over again, and everyone politicizes it. Are you in this group or that group? We should ban weapons. No, it doesn't have anything to do with weapons. Are you on their side or are you on my side? And the root cause of the issue is completely ignored to politicize people's beliefs and see whose team we're on. It's disgusting. It's a waste of time and it's pointless. These shootings are a result of a root cause of a mental health issue. And we have a mental health epidemic going on in this world right now. 44% of college students are depressed. There's over 1 billion people in the world with mental health issues right now. And it's happening younger and younger to our children. And there's correlation, causation, whatever you want to call it. Look on a chart as we're eating more and more unnatural foods, mainly sugars and seed oils and highly processed foods on the standard American diet. We're getting sicker and sicker, and mental health issues are going through the roof. You could chart it on a graph as we eat more and more of this food, it's not even food, highly processed sugars, seed oils, poisons and toxins. Our mental health is getting worse and worse at the exact same rate. A lot of these school shootings, they're mental health issues. And oftentimes these kids, when they happen at a school and they're teenagers, these kids were on antidepressant medications that they should never have been on because they shouldn't have been depressed in the first place. They're depressed in the first place because from cradle to grave, we're feeding them foods that aren't really foods. We're feeding them toxins. It's messing with their hormones, it's causing inflammation, and it's causing depression, it's causing anxiety, and then you put them on these pills that turn them into a zombie, and then you have young kids on these medications that are very dangerous medications if you don't take them properly. Sometimes these kids will say, I'm really depressed now, I'm going to take more. And you should not do that with these medications. Sometimes the kids will say, medications aren't working, I'm going to just stop taking them cold turkey. You cannot do that either. The root cause of the issue is nutrition. So In terms of the shooting, it's a horrible tragedy. My thoughts and prayers are out to the former president. My thoughts and prayers are out to anyone in that crowd. My thoughts and prayers are out to all of humanity, where you have these young children watching this horrible violence that's going on screen. My thoughts and prayers are with the shooter too, that I can almost guarantee had some horrible mental health issue. By no means is that excusing what happened, but it's a tragedy no matter what angle you look at it. And if we don't look at the root cause of it, these things are just going to continue happening over and over and over again. I once heard Mr. Rogers. I love Mr. Rogers, by the way. The world needs more Mr. Rogers, especially in times like this. And I think someone was interviewing him and asking him about the events of 9/11. And he said, of course, it's a horrible tragedy. This is a horrible tragedy. But he said, when there's a tragedy like this, open your eyes and look around, and you'll always see helpers. You'll always see good people. There's evil, there's always good. There's people doing good. And one of the things I saw watching this news, I guess people will argue, the Secret Service, like, how did this person get in there and shoot them? Well, it's probably easy to second guess from this perspective. We don't know. But I saw people jumping on the former president and putting their body in between him and that shooter. And that is an act of amazing heroism. There's also first responders that are treating the president right now. So when you see a tragedy like this, you can always look to the helpers, the healers, the people that are trying to do good. So it's a sad thing, but I hope that people think about this. And when sad things happen in the world, I hope that we can look at and think about the root cause, because there is a root cause for this, and it's very evident to me.
Because if you look for the helpers, you'll know that there's hope.